So I know this looks like I'm about to do some Joe Rogan ASMR, but I'm just testing a new thing to see how this works. So as far as this whole video thing goes, if this does work out pretty well, I'll start doing this more. But yeah, so I got something that's gonna help me do videos about Indian languages. So Hindi is like the language of like a huge chunk of India, so this should be kind of interesting. This will kind of help me segue into Sanskrit and some other topics. So from what I've read already, it really seems interesting that Hindi is the Sanskrit influenced side of Hindustani, which is a language that includes both Hindi and Urdu. So the grammar is pretty much the same. There's shared vocabulary. But what's crazy is that with Urdu you have a whole bunch of Persian and Arabic, and with this you have a whole bunch of Sanskrit. So I plan to get into both. But for right now I just want to do like a quick overview on Hindi, because I was reading this not too long ago and it's actually really interesting. So according to what this says, Hindi is a beautiful language that is a joy both to learn and to speak. It is estimated to be the second language or third language most widely spoken in the world. I'm sure English and Chinese would be like the others, but yeah, it's crazy. Hindi and its related dialects are spoken by an estimated 300 million people. One can find Hindi speakers not only in the north of India, but also in places such as Fiji, Mauritius, that's kind of funny, I've never had to pronounce that before, parts of the Middle East, and many other locations around the globe. Hindi speakers can also communicate very well in Urdu, which kind of backs up what I said, how it's the other half of Hindustani. The national language of Pakistan, which is spoken in many parts of India, while Urdu is similar to Hindi, a far greater number of its words are Perso-Arabic in origin. Also, while Hindi is written with the Devanagari script and is read left to right, Urdu is written in a version of the Arabic script and read right to left. While both languages are almost identical in their sentence structure, it's kind of funny to get things like that right, isn't it? And share a wealth of vocabulary. They reflect individual cultural traditions. These languages tend to be separated by politics more than anything else. In reality, in many parts of North India, such as Delhi, a combination of the two languages will be spoken, known as Hindustani. Like I said, it says this book is intended to offer an introduction to the modern standard Hindi that is spoken and taught in many parts of India and understood by speakers of other related dialects. It's just very funny to have one source back up what I'm saying. Let me just see if there's anything else, because I know there has to be a few other. I'm going to dig that up real quick. So, Hindustani is the overarching, naturally evolved spoken language of northern India and Pakistan. Hindi is simply one official standardized register. So that's pretty cool. Two sources now, let's see. So Hindustani is the Indo-Aryan language spoken in North India and Pakistan as the lingua franca of the region. It is also spoken by the Deccani-speaking community in South India. Hindustani is a pluricentric language with two standard registers, known as Hindi, Prakritized and Sanskritized register written in the Brahmic script, and Urdu, Persianized and Arabicized register written in the Perso-Arabic script. So I'm going to say that's three sources, even though that could possibly be a source for the second one, but who cares? Hindustani, also known as Hindi Urdu, like all Indo-Aryan languages, is a core base of Sanskrit-derived vocabulary, which it gained through Prakrit. As such, the standardized registers of the Hindustani language share a common vocabulary, especially on a colloquial level. However, in formal contexts, modern standard Hindi tends to draw on Sanskrit, while standard Urdu turns to Persian and sometimes Arabic. So I think that basically backs it up. So let's just focus on one of those for now. Let's focus on Hindi. So it's an Indo-Aryan language with the Devanagari written form. So I'm going to look up one thing before I go to like more fun stuff. You know, because this might be a little bit boring. So it's subject, object, verb, similar to Japanese. That's actually quite interesting because I'm quite familiar with Japanese and its word order, so this being similar actually works out quite well. So English, I ate an apple. Hindi, it's Main seb katahun. Main seb katahun. Subject, object, verb. It is nice to be right sometimes, but you know, I'm gonna do more reading on this and just see what else I can dig up, but yeah, I'll be back with more.